Hi friends, this is Raghu, advocate.
Hey everyone, ever wondered why the army, one of the most disciplined forces in the world, took so long to recognize the permanent role of women? Well, in 2020, the Supreme Court dropped a truth bomb, and at the center of it all, Colonel Sophia Qureshi. Buckle up, because this is not just about uniforms and medals. It's about justice, grit, and breaking barriers. Let's be honest. How many times have we heard army is not for women? The Supreme Court basically said, excuse us, have you met these women officers? This judgment wasn't charity. It was recognition long overdue. Let me tell you why. So, here is the legal backdrop. Secretary, Ministry of Defense versus Babita Punia and others. Women officers were struck in short service commission roles, like interns who never got promoted, and the government said they are biologically not suitable for commandant roles. Supreme Court, that's not biological, that's bias. Judge D.Y. Chandrachud pulled out the constitutional sword and slashed the excuses. Colonel Sophia Qureshi. Let me introduce you to a real life action hero. Colonel Sophia Qureshi, first woman to lead an Indian Army contingent in an international military exercise. Exercise Force 18. She even served in the United Nations peacekeeping in Congo. No quota, no tokenism, just raw leadership and skills. The court highlighted her name first, and rightly so. She is not just in the army, she is a symbol. After the Pahalgam terror attack, India responded with Operation Sindoor. At the press briefing, two women officers, Colonel Sophia Qureshi, a Muslim, and Wing Commander Vyomika Singh, a Hindu. Different faiths, same flag, standing together, shoulder to shoulder. Tell me, that's not the real face of India? Wait, there is more. Ever heard of Major Madhumita? She fought Taliban terrorists in Afghanistan and became the first Indian woman to get a gallantry award. Or Lieutenant Colonel Anuvardhan Jaggi, who led United Nations teams in Burundi, and Lieutenant A. Divya, who outperformed 170 male officers to win the Sword of Honor in OTA Chennai. Yes, 170 men. She came out on top. Women didn't just join parades. They have been in the mud, the missions, and the minefields. From Lebanon to Congo, they earned United Nations medals, led convoys in militant zones, and worked side by side with male officers. Still think biological limitations are a thing, because clearly these women didn't get the memo. Now listen to this. The court said denying women command roles because of gender is not just discrimination. It's an effort to the dignity of every officer who wears the uniform. Justice Chandrachud didn't hold back, and we love to see it. So, what did the court destroy one by one? But women can't handle combat. They already are. But the environment is tough. They have led convoys in Udhampur, Leh and Northeast. But what about unit cohesion? Try again. The court crystal clear. Equity is non-negotiable. Here is what the verdict changed. Women officers can now get permanent commission. No more forced retirement after 10 years. Recognized 12 brave women by name. This is not a favor, it's a right backed by Article 14 and 15 of the Constitution. And let's be honest, the army is stronger because of them. To every girl dreaming of the uniform, to every mother who raised a soldier, to every officer who fought in silence, this judgment says you are not allowed to serve, you are meant to lead. Now it's your turn to salute them. Hit like if you believe in equal opportunity. Subscribe for more powerful stories like this. Drop a comment with your thoughts or just a salute emoji. Share this video. Let the world know what real justice look like in uniform.
Stay tuned for more these types of videos. Thank you.